Overall, 72 personnel will leave the base here in Richmond later on this morning. The latest update we have from the Prime Minister is from the Prime Minister's office is that they'll leave at around 10:30, 11 o'clock later on today. Now, like you mentioned, 52 of those will be New South Wales Fire and Rescue personnel who've had some training in rescue operations. What will happen is that once they land there in Türkiye, they'll be given their specific location where they'll set up base, and we understand that they'll stay in Türkiye for 2 weeks. They'll also have rotating teams so that they can work around the clock 24 hours a day. Now, with them, they'll also be taking 22 tons of equipment and supplies, things like technologies that'll help with their search efforts, like search cameras. They'll also be taking their own food, medical supplies and tents. The deputy head of the task force has said that they're trying to make sure they're fully self-sufficient so they're not a burden to the country they're being deployed to. Here's what the Defence Minister, Richard Marles, had to say a little bit earlier about Australia's efforts.
Australia has already announced that we will be making a contribution of $10 million to the aid efforts. This morning, a C-17 will be leaving from RAF Base Richmond with a team of 72 urban search and rescuers who will make a real difference when they get onto the ground.
Now, the team is still quite optimistic. They're saying they're very much still in the rescue phase, so they'll try their best to find as many survivors as they can, and as time goes on, they'll transition into the recovery phase. Now, in addition to this practical aid, the New South Wales government has said they'll be contributing $1 million to UNICEF's rescue efforts. So this money will help UNICEF with their work on the ground as they provide immediate assistance for those who are being rescued and injured during this disaster.